Did you hear about the 14-year-old boy who shot and killed the man because he punched his mom at the store?
I
And they both
did. And
got
like,
locked up. So they both got locked up. They did get released, so now they are
exactly.
out. But they were locked for at least, I don't know if it was for a weekend, but it might have just been a day. Anyway, the fact that they were locked up and had to spend any amount of time in jail and have to go through any of that type of separation and
Trauma,
anxiety and trauma
trauma,
with all of that, yeah,
already
the fact that all of
traumatized.
that, like, is just disturbing. But like, yeah, he was 14 years old, but I'm doing the same thing if I see my mom getting hit by a grown ass man at that age and I'm the only person there to defend her and she's legally able to carry a gun. I'm going to get in the gun too. Like, I'm not going to sit there and watch that. Where you at with this legal system policies? Because to me, I don't care what policy or protocol. I don't think that there should have been any type of even arrest made for them to even go through that.
It's so funny you say this. I got the show that I got mom into right now is The Bear, which is it's everywhere. So I got her on The Bear. And one of the characters on the show gets arrested after he breaks up a fight at the bar that he works at.
Hmm.
And he had punched a guy in the face. And because of the way he went to sleep, like it was a one punch. It wasn't
Yep.
excessive or anything like that. But he went to sleep, so he got arrested and he basically was in a holding cell until he woke up. And like again, this is fiction. But I'm just like, I understand there needs to be an investigation. But this isn't somebody out here just doing violence. Like this
Yeah.
isn't somebody who ran up on somebody in the street and we're like, we need to keep him off the street because he might punch somebody else on the in the face, because what the fuck is he on? Like this is a clear so in that situation, this is clear self-defense. Like, even
Yep.
if you need to investigate what happened, why is the first thing we do is lock a child up while we try to figure that out?
Good
Like,
point.
I just feel like we should eliminate trauma whenever we can and just being arrested. And like you said, over the weekend, just arrested as a 14-year-old, like just unnecessary.
Isn't this the system like you're innocent until proven guilty, correct?
It
It's
is.
supposed
It is.
to be it, and obviously it's not. If they're locking you up and then you got to find something out, it's almost like you're guilty until they
This
prove your
isn't,
innocence.
yeah, this isn't the second person you've attacked in 24, 48 hours. Like, this person clearly, given your story. And meanwhile, and we were talking about this a little bit too, meanwhile, that guy shot that teenager for knocking on his door and went
Yeah,
without being arrested for like, was it a couple of weeks? And that
yeah,
was only because
yeah,
of community backlash. So, like,
yeah,
you
exactly.
just point blank shot, like, that was always the narrative. It wasn't like anything like there was nothing hazy about it. They were like he was looking
Correct.
for his siblings, he got the wrong house number. This is what happened. And people were starting to cite the man's age and this and that. Like, well, no, he especially probably needs to be looked at. We especially need to go through his shit.
Even
Because
his
if it
grandson had told him like he's clearly racist, and it's my grandfather, but he's
yes,
racist. Like he,
exactly. So, like you're saying, like I don't understand. I understand the need for an investigation. I don't understand
yeah,
carting people off and putting them in a jail cell. Like, first of all, when you're a victim of abuse, it's an uphill battle for you, period. Like the chances of the police stopping your abuser are like nil. Like they don't exist.
yeah,
And when they retaliate, like my like mom and I, without giving up too much family stuff, but we know somebody who was in a long-term abusive marriage. And mom was always talking about like, well, this person was like, I times I thought it was going to come to blows, but she would have gotten off this and that. I'm like, no, she wouldn't have. Like the way our legal system is, it's like we see it very black and white. It's just even when you have a document, first of all, most people don't keep a documented history of their abuser because they're in an abusive relationship. Like you think things will get better, or if you do have abuse, or you do have documentation, you like get back together and you delete the stuff, and just things of that nature. Or you don't want to break up your family. There's a whole lot of reasons why people don't have documented abuse. But even
yep.
when you do, when you finally have like, there's like that woman, I can't remember where she was at, but she fired, was it 2 warning shots at her abuser and ended up in prison. Like she had a PFA against him.
That's
Like
just
so there's
crazy.
the documented proof. Like I'm afraid of this person. I don't
Yeah,
want them around me. Like if they come near me, I need the police to show up. So this man shows up unannounced. She fires 2 warning shots and goes to prison. Like, so our system is shitty. Like,
It
I
is
like it.
crazy.
It's like it pisses me off that a 14-year-old spend any amount of time in jail just because for shits and giggles. But the fact that they even got it worked out in 2 days, like given our legal system, like
Yeah, that
I'm
we
not
got
gonna
a
call it a
lot.
win though. I'm not gonna call it a win because that's something like if I went to jail for a weekend, that would be with me forever. I can't imagine
Oh,
being a
for sure,
minor.
for
Like,
sure. And being separated from your mom, think that you did may have done something wrong. Like, cause I'm,
yeah,
man, that,
you know, like as a 14-year-old, like I did kill someone. Like that's what you're thinking. Like
yeah,
that's how it works. Like
and that
you're
probably is replaying in your mind multiple times. Especially now that you're isolated or you're by yourself, like you got all, yeah,
and you do
tell you
have
what is going on.
and your only guardian is also locked up. So like
Yep.
they're wrong for that. They're wrong for so many things. Incarcerating a child without a lawyer, guardian, like it's just a lot. It's
Yeah.
just so fucking much.
Yeah. I'm not.
It's so much. Like we were talking about or maybe I was just watching something and it just like comes out to me, like it just like jumps out at me anymore. They're like, oh, you know, if you're not guilty, oh, you know what I finally watched? I finally watched The Town with Ben Affleck
Oh, I
from
seen
like
that back
10
in the
years
day.
ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember seeing that back in the day.
like Ben Affleck starts dating one of the women that they robbed. So she's slowly coming to this realization and he's about to be found out. And so it looked like she was in cahoots with them at first. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the bank that you happen to work at, your boyfriend, she didn't know him until after all this happened. But anyway, he was like, well, if you're not guilty, you don't have to get an attorney. I'm like, this is where they get us fucked up because you should always get an attorney. I don't care if you
Yep.
have like actual documented proof that you were standing on this corner for 3 hours and you could not have done it. And I'm on the street cam for 3 hours while she was getting murdered. I'm here. It doesn't matter. Like,
They
get the
will flip
attorney.
shit up. They will use your words against you. Yeah, don't trust the word. Yeah, you always want to have some representation.
Shit. Like, oh,
Correct.
you didn't do it. Why do you need an
Correct.
attorney? Because innocent people go to jail every day, B.
Thanks for watching the YouTube page. For more exclusive content, like and subscribe. And if we said something wrong or if there's anything you want us to bring up, leave a comment right down there.